Avenge your mistakes by purchasing G Fuel, the sponsor of this episode.
Avenge what mistakes?
Flattery. They say the best form of it is imitation.
At least until you cross that fine line between imitation and bastardization.
Henry Hank Howard, the amazing Bulk.
The almighty Thor, warrior god of Asgard.
Captain Samuel Battle, America's Avenger.
And Kyle Finn, the iron hero known as Metal Man.
In this fatal four-way, we take a look at which iconic Mockbuster hero is truly the iconic, strongest of them all, focusing solely on their films. Without bit further ado,
he's no is, and I'm not happy to have watched these movies.
And it's our job to just try to survive these films to find out who would win. Who could that be? Wow, that's not how you say that word. A not death battle. What do you dedicate your life to? Improving yourself? Finding love? Discovering which character would beat another in a fight?
To one Henry Howard, the answer was given to him by the dastardly General Darwin, who told him to make a super serum for the military of those dickheads north of South America.
A serum to enhance the body, the immune system, and increase the user's strength and speed. What it was not supposed to do, though, was cause rats to vanish into nothing.
But that's exactly what it did, over and over again. For 4 years, Henry would struggle to figure out how to make something of himself, to create this serum, all while courting General Darwin's daughter.
A woman he loved so much that he'd even get into fights where he could punch the air so hard it hit the other guy.
But as impressive as that airbending was, General Darwin wouldn't be satisfied until he was given that serum. Seemingly an unaccomplishable goal, Darwin threatened to cut funding from the project.
And this was when Hank decided to test the serum out on the Gasp himself. He had created a purple version of the serum. Okay, able to bring a plant back to life. So surely this would work out on him, right?
The answer is yes and no. On the upside, it didn't kill him. On the downside, whenever he became stressed, he would summon a room-sized tornado and turn into the incredible wannabe, the amazing Bulk.
A thing that's, well, we're not quite sure. All we know about it are it's tall, purple, overweight, and almost certainly not Barney the Purple Dinosaur!
The Bulk is strong enough to flip cars by running into them, or even make them explode. He is unbothered by bullets and able to kill people with a single blow.
Truly what General Darwin wanted for his military.
The Bulk was a menace, and so Hank had to be captured. So that he could be used, of course. Used to take down an evil mastermind in his desire to destroy the moon.
With this mission in mind, the Bulk did that, showing off his ability to grow giant to stop the man flat. That's not even as big as he can get, as he could even grow to a size large enough to manhandle an entire helicopter.
Measuring his size compared to the copter, we can determine the Bulk's maximum known size to be 37 meters. For all you people out there too stupid to know what that means.
Here's the Hulk, here's an elephant, here's Jumbo Josh, here's the blue whale, and here's the amazing Bulk. And your mum.
At this size, his mere existence would be building level.
Fittingly enough, he's the size of one of those fuckers. No wonder he could easily dismantle evil villain person's plans. Semi-easily? Shame that Darwin had plans of his own.
Yeah, Hank found himself betrayed in the end. Attacked by the entire US Army. But hey, that's about what it would take to put the guy down.
Attacked? He went on a crusade. A look, run even. An expedition across the lands. From America to Australia to Africa to a farm. He can outrun tank fire over 900 meters per second.
As well as a truck and a horse, which are slower than that.
And not lightning. Fuck you on about? He didn't outrun shit. This bozo just missed. Hey, what the?
In order to run from the Americas all the way to Australia within a span of 8 seconds would require speeds of around 1.8 million meters per second.
That's 5,000 times the speed of sound. And also total bullshit. The Bulk clearly runs from a place where it's daytime to daytime, meaning that while out of universe that took 8 seconds, it clearly took the time it takes for the sun to go from daytime in America to daytime in Australia.
In other words, it took like roughly 12 hours, so instead his speed was actually around 300 meters per second or a bit under Mach 1.
So, we're gonna act like a man running at the speed of sound isn't impressive now or something? Scaling him to the speed of tank fire at 900 meters per second, his full-size form would be hitting with a kinetic energy of 60.9 tons of TNT.
That's enough to destroy an entire city block.
With this power, he could destroy so much. At least, if he doesn't get hit with a nuke.
And then he got hit with a nuke.
Oh, fuck off!
And as expected, this nuke did nothing! Hank lived, bitch!
Oh, fuck yeah! I guess that makes sense. Hank was the guy who could jump out of a helicopter and land unarmed.
He then fell off a balcony and died.
Huh?
And then he lived!
What?
The amazing bolt seems to have the power to resurrect from death. Though the time it takes isn't exactly clear.
Good luck actually killing him though. After all, that nuke didn't do shit. Measuring the size of it, we can determine it had an explosive yield of 23.41 tons.
That's the most pathetic nuke I've ever seen. Let's go find a highball.
Righto.
But why are you holding Jupiter?
Highball. Pan.
You're an idiot. The nuclear bomb dropped is what's called a gravity bomb. Nuclear armaments designed for aerial dropping.
The US Army's primary gravity bomb is the B-61 nuclear bomb. This bomb's maximum yield ranged from 340 to 400 kilotons of TNT. You're welcome.
Alright, thanks. Why do you know so much about the United States nuclear arsenal?
It wasn't me.
However, as mentioned, the Bulk has one little weakness.
That is, when he's not the Bulk. Exhausted, the Bulk returns to being Hank Henry, a normal guy who could die from a simple fall down a building.
Even if he can resurrect, it takes his sweet time. And Hank can't necessarily stress him out on command. Well, I mean he can by using this generally nice smiling photo of General Darwin, but
He hates dust, and if he busts that out, then God save you. This mean, purple fighting machine is an unstoppable, irresistible, incredible force. Remember, don't get mad, get purple!
wait, what the fuck does that mean?
What the hell is that?
Well, it ain't Barney the Purple Dinosaur!
The ancient Norse believed in a lot of crazy things.
A dog that could eat the sun, a snake that wrapped around the giant walls they called Midgard, a dragon that eats the roots of the tree that the entire world exists on.
But you know what they didn't believe in? That the god of Asgard, known as Thor, was a whitey blonde dickhead committing what I can only describe as hammerless behavior during the end of the world.
For you see, Loki, the god of walking slowly, had come to Asgard to bring down the destruction of existence.
As foreseen by Kevin Nash, the stars would be turned black and the world will be destroyed.
Seeking the Hammer of Invincibility, a magic hammer forged by Diesel and placed within the Tree of Life, the Fate Weavers made it clear that Ragnarok would occur. It was the destiny of existence to die by Loki's hands.
But one god said no. The warrior god, Thor.
Wielding his trusty weapon, a sword, Thor entered a portal to Midgard to begin his quest to find the Hammer of Invincibility. You might think it's located in the center of the Tree of Life, but actually turns out Odin had it and then he threw it to Midgard and now it will disappear if not found by the next full moon. Ignore that.
As a warrior god, Thor is strong enough to throttle the average person like they were nothing, jump over fences, throw people so hard they dent buildings, and fight giant monsters with only a metal stick.
But if a sword isn't good enough, Thor also has access to modern day weapons like pistols and even an Uzi.
He should probably stick with his blades though, having been trained in combat by Jan Saxa, some woman who is really skilled or something.
With these skills, weapons and the power to locate where someone currently is by touching where they used to be, Thor made his way to the center of Midgard, where he came across the Guardian. Who he be?
No, that was easy. And so Thor acquired the ultimate weapon, the Hammer of Invincibility.
With this hammer, Thor could deliver blows strong enough to crack huge chunks of building, create portals, and channel the power of the universe through his arms like lightning.
Just by existing, Thor can create massive storms and strike lightning down on people.
Unless those people are Loki, who had to stop walking and actually jump out of the way. While it's hard to measure exactly how fast this was, comparing how far Loki moved relative to the lightning bolt, we can get a top speed of Mach 23.8.
Even without it, Loki's attacks could tag jets out of the sky. These appear to be F-22 Raptors, which have a top speed of Mach 2.25.
And Thor could keep up with Loki pretty easily. Combine that with his power and the fact that he's fucking bulletproof, and you got to wonder how anything could stop this guy.
Well, all it took was some trickery and Loki got his hands on that hammer, smacking Thor with it and taking him out. Somehow though, Thor survived that.
That's an impressive amount of durability, given that the hammer was powerful enough to create earthquakes felt across the entire planet. And just one single blow could create an earthquake all over Los Angeles.
Strong enough to bring down even skyscrapers. And Thor, he just survived that.
But survive it or not, that didn't give Thor the power to actually stand up to it.
Loki banished Thor to Muspelheim, a land where even his ally Jan Saxa instantly died upon entering.
But Thor survived and was left in a pit of magma and despair while the devious Loki walked into the Tree of Life.
With the hammer's power, Loki destroyed the heart of the Nine Realms, which provides the life force of all things on Earth. Scratch that, all 9 realms. Scratch that, all of time!
But somehow, Thor still survived. He would not allow his fate to be decided for him. He held the magma of hell in his bare hands and struck it again and again.
With hands soaked of blood, Thor forged a new hammer. One he would call... Nothing! It's just a hammer!
A hammer strong enough to bash its way from Muspelheim back to Midgard and deliver blows so powerful they create shockwaves that destroy buildings.
Even when struck so hard he catches fire, Thor refused to go down, eventually delivering a blow so mighty it destroyed the original hammer of invincibility.
Thor returned to the heart of the 9 realms and used these dinky little potions he once healed himself with to restore life to all of them. As you do!
Having successfully defied fate itself, Thor had truly become a warrior god.
Afterwards, Thor thus returned to the Fate Weavers and told them to suck it before leaving, but with hammer in hand. Thor dedicates his existence to saving the lives of any in danger. A hero who will fight for Midgard and bring an end to anyone who attempts to destroy the 9 realms.
It doesn't matter if destiny itself is by your side. All who get in the way of Thor will find out that against him, the legend of their own death will be born.
Oh yeah, I mean, I say don't get mad, get purple, that's bad, but you murdered the concept of grammar and that's fine, okay, I see how it is.
I sent you to hell!
They say that war changes a man. No matter the time period, no matter the conflict, no matter what side of history you fall under, it's a sentiment that has long stood the test of time.
And for the man known as Samuel Battle, this way of life is all he seemingly knew. Growing up under his dad, whose first name is allegedly Captain, Sam always knew that one day it would be his sole duty to protect what he loves most.
Enlisting in the US military, Sam already had the training and skills necessary to fight and serve for his country, and had seen his fair share of wild things during his time serving, which would soon come to a drastic end when he was WIA.
After being stabbed, exploded, and suddenly teleported back to base camp, no, that was not edited, Sam was all but destined to die in the field of duty, until his best friend, Brandon Storm, had some super serum he was developing on hand, which they would use on Sam as the last-ditch attempt to save his life. And sadly it worked.
With a renewed sense of purpose and his best bud, Brandon Storm, by his side, Sam Battle used his newfound hope to go up against the evil, dreaded Hooded League!
I'm sorry, go on.
And stop their leader, the Necromancer? From her super duper bad plan of resurrecting fucking Adolf!
I can't make this shit up. Woo! Sorry, I'm someone interrupted. Just keep going. Oh, I'm tired over here.
Taking up his father's former mantle, he would no longer just be called Sam. He would become Captain Battle, America's Avenger.
Yep. About 2/3 into the movie, he's put the costume on now, and so we've got, we've gone through most of it. So not Wiz, why is he wearing an eye patch?
Okay, so maybe he binged all One Piece. I know I did. But that doesn't mean he's still a pushover. As we can clearly see in the movie, he's holding an SMG. Most likely the broadcast format APC-9K, aka the standard issue SMG for the US military. A combat gun noted for its reliable accuracy. Pretty impressive weapon, all things considered, if Battle actually used it.
For some reason, he didn't use his gun on the people who ambushed him, which is just asking for a free stabbing. Then he later proceeded to never use the gun again for the rest of the movie.
Okay, but listen to this! When he first dons the actual Captain Battle outfit, he gets this new slick pair of wheels, which he can drive around a lot. That's cool, I guess.
When vehicular manslaughter doesn't check out, he can at least still throw hands. Military training and all. He even used this piece of wood to stab Red Numbskull over here to death.
Right after Red Numbskull caved the shit in, which seems to happen to Captain Battle quite a lot now that I mention it.
Maybe strength's not his strength, but escape artistry, since he has the impressive ability of untying himself from rope. Is that even a power? Is that like I feel like, yeah.
Okay, but he can also run fast enough to catch up to a moving car, which seems impressive until you see it's traveling very slowly, even in slow-mo, and once it actually takes off in the next shot, Sam easily falls behind. So,
okay, so, here we go. Sam seems to be doing pretty alright after taking a baseball bat to the bag a couple of times.
Okay, there's something. He's tough and physically fit, sure. But come on, man. When does, like, really cool shit kick in?
Right.
When does he pull out the shield and the guns?
Okay, I got it. So, the serum probably did something super awesome. It was stated to be a cure for cancer, a cure for sight to the blind, and give sound to the deaf. And it made him buff, which we are also assuming that this trained military soldier was not already buff.
Oh, and they did say that taking the serum would speed up the healing process, which, let's see. Oh no.
Maybe it did. I feel like he really needs the healing process after all that. But, here's the thing. That only applies to when he actually got injected when he was dying. He doesn't have a healing factor! At least not one strong enough to shrug off, like, I don't know, another stab wound?
Please, do not tell me. That's it?
No. Okay. So I did find this one thing.
Yeah?
So, at the end of the movie, he does get injected.
Yeah?
With another serum, right?
Oh shit, what's this gonna do?
What it did was...
What
It
does
reversed
do?
the effects of the original injection, making him a normal guy again!
So, I created one for the dumbed down serum.
What?
That's it? We literally spent the whole movie watching this fake fuck. He's us handling him more times than he wins a fight with nothing to show for it. This means the serum, both of them, did nada, did nothing. It gave him nothing. It's nothing. It's not.
I really never thought anyone would top Lester the Unlikely on the shit list. No. Fuck, even Ken Carson. But here we are. This guy is less than the Kendall! He's less than Ken!
This wouldn't have been as bad if Battle had just killed the Necro, yeah. If Battle had just killed the Necromancer when easily given the chance. But no, he literally walks up, barely reaches his arms out, gets his shit rocked in by Red Numbskull, allowing for the Necro's escape, and suddenly gets a whole hollow victory via punny stick shenanigans. No, that is not a victory!
His best feat was stripping a woman! All for this! All of this to have some shitty ending about him stating that he'll continue going on after her despite the lack of powers. Problem is, buddy, you've been at square one the entire movie, both in no plot and no ability, no nothing.
That means he's just a guy, not even a guy. He's a jobber. Literally anyone you know could do this shit. He's no longer Captain Battle. He's fucking Captain Fraud!
Now see, with a name like Captain Fraud, you know he'll always be the best at failing successfully, and still finding some way to end up successfully failing. I guess in that regard, keep at it, King.
As Captain Battle, he's far from being the creme de la creme. But as Captain Fraud, you'll know he'll always be there, ready to save the day, and get fraud checked every step of the way. Because that's the best thing you'll get, you fucking fraud!
He wasn't Captain Battle, America's Avenger. He was Captain Fraud, America's hoaxer.
How does that sound, Mr. Battle?
That sounds like my father's name.
In one's pursuit for science, how far will they go in order to achieve the impossible? To etch their names, their very discoveries into the fabric of history, to find knowledge in that which is unknown.
That very person would not be called Kyle Finn, because the only thing he knows is how to be a fucking bum.
One might think that he's just an ordinary, aspiring college student who works as a part-time scientist. But no, it just turns out Kyle's just an epic gamer! Spending his free time creating his own hit game, Biodeath.
A bio piece of shit. since Dr. Blake said that nonsense is getting in the way of true science. And what does Blake mean by true science? Well, a fucking super suit, of course!
Which the duo would have no time to test, because as soon as Dr. Blake forced Kyle to wear the thing and dragged his ass into a freezer, these random goons walked in and fatally wounded the doctor in cold blood. Wait, why do I recognize that guy?
When he came to, he suddenly discovered that the suit had permanently fused to his body. But who has time for that when he had to stop the evil government agent, Sebastian, from obtaining the suit for evil things? Kyle would have to level up. He would have to become the Iron Hero.
Oh, Metal Man said the re-release this 240D masterpiece. Sorry.
Eternally bonded to the suit, but never alone, Kyle would always have Dr. Blake's digital conscience inside his helmet, backing him up. And he comes in handy for explaining the fucking Swiss Army knife that are the suit's features.
Such as the helmet itself for starters, alongside its HUD that has a holographic imaging system for seeing predetermined faces for some reason. It contains 2 color chips that help Kyle's brain achieve faster capabilities and functions.
Which I guess explains how he was able to suddenly learn Kung Fu and start bloody jobbing people. He can easily overpower a man and lift him up with 1 hand! Can knock out 3 men with just 1 kick! And even break 1 pair of handcuffs! And not to be outdone, the suit itself is unaffected by negative 40-degree temperatures. It's pretty much bulletproof all around, and Kyle can also just absorb any metal now, apparently. Where did half this shit come from?
Nanobots, son! Which live rent-free in his head that basically give him superpowers. Such as thinking of the word claustrophobia, which then the bots will remove the fear from his brain entirely. Oh yeah, he had claustrophobia.
And by thinking of and shouting out the words full stealth, he can become fully invisible, exactly as it says on the tin. Kyle can even make other people invisible just by making physical contact with them as well. It's neat.
Or he can simply shield, and it will summon a force field around his body to protect him against attacks. This force field is able to deflect a missile capable of destroying a plane in one shot. With Blake claiming the helmet is indestructible, it makes sense missiles can easily bounce off the guy. Such as the Trident 2D5 missile, aka 475 kilotons as well, perhaps, something like that?
Not to mention, he's able to react to it after being fired. Comparing this missile to the AGM-65 Maverick, and factoring the distance between Kyle and the evil robot who fired it, Kyle had to react to something traveling at least Mach 1!
Bitch! Last but not least, Kyle has short-ranged energy zaps, which can kill a wounded Dr. Blake. Whoops. Healing hands, which probably would have helped back there, idiot. And shoulder-mounted lasers just for flair.
Along with built-in thrusters, which could keep up with this jet, and full-on energy blasts, which could destroy that jet. Considering the fragmentation when Kyle violently reverb fired it, this count comes as a result of 0.3 tons of TNT.
Reacting to anti-vehicle rockets is one thing, but keeping up with the jets that fire said rockets? That's right, he was easily keeping up with this jet too, which from the looks of it, seems to be a MiG-21. These can travel at casual Mach 1.76 speeds, mind you. With all these abilities and him now being stated that he's the most advanced species of human on the planet now, Kyle didn't care. He initially saw all these powers as a means to justify questionable ends. He only wanted to use them to get revenge on the government cronies for Dr. Blake's murder. Which the
Blake inside Kyle's helmet would continue to detest, suggesting if that's what Kyle really wanted, if that's who Kyle is, a remorseless killer, would he stoop to such lows, even when Kyle's own parents were killed as a result of his selfish quest for revenge? And this time he's not the one who killed them? By accident? Idiot!
Although, Dr. Blake knew this. That's why he forced Kyle to wear the suit in the first place. He believed that Kyle was the one chosen, because deep down, Blake knew that Kyle's morals would never falter. He knew that deep down, Kyle's moral index would ensure that the suit would never be used for malicious gain, to be a symbol that protects people, instead of one of utter destruction.
Despite knowing beforehand that Kyle was a bumfuck idiot who only cared about making that shitty game of his, and only got roped in all this anyways because of a stupid old guy's fucking hunch. Knowing that Kyle's parents would die, which could have easily triggered very negative emotions.
Well, I guess it worked out in the end, since Kyle was eventually able to track down Sebastian and fight the evil Mecha Terror M48, a robot with the same abilities as him and then some. On a farm?
Don't need Kyle's IQ of 173 to figure that out.
I highly doubt that, since after Sebastian got game ended thanks to his sudden replica helmet having voice-activated self-destruct protocols? Yeah, he would immediately hook up with this other girl who was also wearing another fake helmet, despite the fact he already had a girlfriend. Then commit domestic terrorism. That's okay though, his old girlfriend dumped his ass anyways. Ha!
Which I guess Dr. Blake's AI is okay with now. The L's don't stop there, as while the suit does have all these features and nanobots that can do anything, using too many of them can drain the suit's energy rather quickly, especially the invisibility and metal absorption.
Not helped by the fact that since the suit is directly fused to Kyle's body, if he runs out of energy, he dead. Like for real. He has to always keep inserting special green juice shit into his head to refill the helmet's nanobots just so he can survive.
Fuck man, it's so bad that if he uses too many of the powers at once, it's stated that he would have a stroke or heart attack. Wow, Blake! Good job, ball dropper!
And yeah, the claustrophobia as well. I mean, it was a big issue when the suit first fused to Cole and what, which, you know, fair enough. The suit's fucking horrendous as it is, look-wise. But he also just removed the fear entirely, so kinda a non-issue.
He might have started off as a good-for-nothing bum, and still is a good-for-nothing bum. But now, Kyle has truly achieved the true science that Dr. Blake wanted for so long. Kyle has showed that no matter what, in the end, it's just not metal that makes the man. It's also about the hero who protects the world with a heart of iron.
He ain't metal, man.
Kyle, although you're running low on energy fuel, you're still good for a fight. Make it count.
Non-stealth.
Alright, the weapons are ready and the components are set. It's time to see if Captain Battle doesn't win this once and for again.
Man, I'm so dehydrated. I just want to have a nice walk in the nice weather we're having. If only I had something to drink. Something to drink.
Fine, guess I'll just drink some water.
You look like you need a drink.
Yeah, I need G.
You look like you need F-Fuel, the sponsor of nothing!
But I want G.
Unlike G-Fuel, F-Fuel contains carbs, calories, sugars. It isn't even a plant-based or vegan-friendly formula. And it is not healthy for gamers.
But I'm not a gamer.
I can tell you're going to go outside.
Oh, that always gives it away.
Prepare for your lucky day.
Wait, do you hear that music?
Wait, it couldn't be.
Oh, what was that?
Was he naked?
And fat?
Whoa, you fat shaming, bro?
What?
Wow.
Hold on. Don't make me into the bad guy here.
Look, man, I nuke the entirety of North America, and even I know fat shame people.
I think it's better if you did.
I should be a terrorist
And a fat shamer? I mean, instead of blowing up America.
You listen here, you that. Is that one of the 50 flavors available in tubs or cans? Which could easily use code BLACK for 20% off your order. Link in the description. That's excellent. Now I'm going to leave.
I'll get some water.
Alright, the weapons are ready and the combatants are set. It's time to end this somehow even more significantly pointless than normal debate once and for all!
Oh boy. It's time for a mock death battle! Ah, it's good to once again have a nice relaxing break in Midgard.
You gotta help me! I'm
Sorry, I've got orders to take him in. Dead or alive. That's funny! The doctor told me to bring him in too. Should have stayed hidden, kid. Now I'm gonna take you both in. I'm not sure about that! That was your only warning. I can do this all day, kid. Oh yeah? You and what army? Me.
I've heard enough. I'll just have to beat you both. What is that?
What I was trying to stop!
That sure ain't Barney the purple dinosaur!
Fight!
Kyle, let go of him.
Whatever you say!
Kyle, activate your deepfake system and apply someone else's face onto your body.
Good idea, Doctor! He wouldn't have to raid a man!
I hate this!
Huh?
Kyle, I didn't know anyone had a problem with General Darwin.
Uh-oh. What's up?
Where are you?
Oh yeah! You're in for it now, kid!
Kyle, you're running out of power. You're using too much.
I need to repower my... He's right behind me, isn't he?
Whoa!
Well, this is awkward, isn't that right?
I'm Captain Metal America.
Kyle, your energy has been restored.
Thanks, Doc!
Send the nanobots to your kick-ass region of the brain. They will help you to avoid that boulder.
Boulder?
Oh!
Try this on the side!
You call that electricity? Feel the power of the universe!
Kyle, that electricity supercharged your suit.
Really?
Yes, and the supercharge has just worn out.
Good thing I'm not flying! Oh,
Oh!
that was lucky! Thanks for the meal! What?
Behind you.
Oh yeah, I'm not falling for...
Prepare for the power of a god! That did not work!
I can do this all day. I'm Captain Battle. America's...
He stumped the little man!
Good for him! Ow! Huh?
Kyle,
Shut it, Doc!
My turn.
Say goodnight, Zappy! What the?
You underestimate a god at your own, downfall. This is the hammer of invincibility, the strongest weapon of the gods.
Kyle, take the hammer.
Yeah, I got it, Doc!
Fine, I'll do it myself.
Nice hammer!
A warrior god, bested by mortals? Mortals who have the hammer. No, if I'm fated to die here, I'll change that. I'll forge my own hammer.
Another hammer? Stay here, Barney! I'll take him first!
You don't know what you hold, mortal. Put the hammer down.
That's the plan! My suit, as Dr. Blake said, is indestructible!
Yes, it is. For a mortal!
Kyle, calm down. Just think of the word legs, and the nanobots in your brain will begin stimulating the regeneration center of... Kyle, you're dead!
Do you yield? Hey, get back here!
It's the Avengers got struck twice by Grace Light.
Oh, that was he naked and fat?
What the fuck? What did I say about locking the door?
He fell through the fucking wall! How am I supposed to lock that?
I've had enough of people walking! Finally, I have won.
Is he still dead?
Somehow this was both super clear cut and also really close. Let's go through it, because that might confuse you.
The top and the bottom of this Royale were pretty clear. Starting from the bottom, Captain Fraud. Yeah, he was never doing anything.
His feats of strength barely go beyond what your average bum on the side of the road could do. His speed is so impressive they can only match a slow-moving car, and his arsenal consists of... stick.
Captain Battle may supposedly be a kind of superhuman, but about 10% of that is beating up one or two thugs, while the other 90% is just placebo. If I had to say something nice about the guy, at least he's not Sector.
Actually, Sector is stronger. Anyway, going beyond though, it was actually a bit closer than one might think.
Bulk and Metal Man were a decent enough match. In terms of power, Bulk's standard strength was no match for what Metal Man was dishing out.
Destroying a car so thoroughly would get results around 0.01 tons of TNT, compared to Metal Man's 0.3 tons.
At a baseline, Metal Man's energy blasts are 30 times more powerful than the Bulk. This all changes at full size though.
Now at a standstill, the Bulk's power is still only about 0.02 tons. Still 15 times weaker, but at a full sprint, assuming he could reach that speed at that size, he'd be hitting with 203 times the power what Metal Man can dish out.
As impressive as that is though, the gap in speed will make that blow hard to dish out.
Bulk's top speed, as shown, is around Mach 0.9, while the high Bulk scaling to a tank shot would get around Mach 2.6. Metal Man, meanwhile, is pretty easily around Mach 1.76. Even at his best, Bulk is only 1.4 times faster than Metal Man, and needing to be at such a big size would be a problem.
Think about it this way, the average person moves at the top speed of 45 km per hour, while a housefly goes about 8 km per hour. However, they appear so much faster due to their smaller size. Bulk would basically be trying to swat a fly out of the sky, but a fly that's almost as fast as he is, and has a much better arsenal.
Bulk can create tornadoes upon transformation, and regenerate from grievous wounds, but he really doesn't have many powers beyond that. Metal Man has a huge arsenal of weapons, shields, invisibility, electricity. There's simply more Metal Man can do, while having comparable speed and more control.
And there's durability. Now, looking just at their direct feats, Bulk has a clear advantage, with a durability comparable to his own power, around 60 tons of TNT.
However, both have high balls. Bulk from assuming the new shield, and Metal Man via the claim of his helmet being indestructible. Both to be in the ballpark of around 400 kilotons of TNT, and both way beyond what they could dish out.
The kicker is though, Bulk had one huge advantage: stamina. He could run for hours upon hours on end with no issue evading the US military, while Metal Man regularly overtaxes his own energy supply. The most likely outcome is that Metal Man would run out of power and suffer of a heart attack or a stroke.
Not to mention, while his helmet may be indestructible and his shields are lightly comparable to that level of durability, his overall body isn't. So once he runs out of shields, Bulk just needs to destroy his body and he's done. No amount of nanobots is fixing that.
Unfortunately, Bulk isn't going to be pulling that off against Almighty Thor.
Thor just breaks Bulk over his knee. He's 9 times faster, he's far more skilled, he has lightning powers, and he has some insane feats.
Bulk is probably stronger than a hammerless Thor, but that same guy could take blows from his own hammer of invincibility. What can that do? Shook LA. 8.8 gigatons of TNT. Shook the world. 1.9 teratons of TNT. Was going to black out stars? Really fucking strong.
Even the low end of that would be 146 million times more powerful than Bulk. And the world-shaking feat? That would be 31 billion times more powerful.
To put this into perspective, if this difference in power was actually a difference in how many inches they were away from each other, then if Bulk was in North America, Thor would be 2 times further away from him.
Than the moon! Thor is so strong, tough, and fast that he cleared the entire field with ease. He doesn't take every advantage, but let's be honest, he took the exact ones needed to fucking destroy the competition.
Even with Bulk's ability to come back from the dead, not only does that take time and have no proof he could come back from being splattered into juice, but Thor's potion thingy could bring back entire world's worth of life energy.
He can literally out-regenerate the Bulk.
So basically, Captain Battle had no fucking chance against anyone had no chance against Thor, and the close battle between Bulk and Metal Man would inevitably come down to a gap in stamina.
Thor took strength, speed, and durability. Bulk took stamina and size. Metal Man took arsenal and abilities, and Captain Fraud took the L.
He might be the most skilled too, but fuck if that matters when you're fighting someone who can destroy the entire country you fight for. Idiot!
In this battle, the mettle of the entire crew was tested, but the bulk of advantages went to an amazingly almighty god who left the other men Thor.
The winner is Thor. Who is almighty? Almighty Thor.
Next time on Not Death Battle!
Harry, remember to record it.
Do I just sit here? Yes. Avoid looking at the camera if you could. Please, give us your name and tell your story.
Yes, thank you. My name is Jonathan. Well, it doesn't matter that much. Last night I was walking home from work. I'm a clockmaker, you see. I run my own store. During my walk, a car came skidding around the corner. I thought I was going to die. And then, out of nowhere, there was this light. I think it was him. The last son? I swear my father's life, he saved me. Did you know my dad took part in the war? He used to tell me stories about the night...
Mr. Osterman, please stay on topic.
Yes. Sorry, my apologies. I was on the ground. I'm afraid I fell backwards when I saw the car heading towards me. I broke my wife's wristwatch, too, and I just finished fixing it. But then I saw this light. It was on the moon. I can't quite explain it, but it felt like it was watching me. Excuse me. What was that just now?
Sir?
Just then, there was a blue flash! I saw it! I saw it! It's the same light that saved my life!
Mr. Osterman,
it's here! I know he's here!
There's nothing
Let me
over
see him.
there.
Security! Just tell me where he is!